Brown County Dispatch is using new technology now to enhance 911 service. A new software program called Prepared Live allows, among other things, a video connection between the dispatcher and the person that called 911. Now, if used, the video could help improve response times and effectiveness. Brittany joins us now after speaking with Brown County Dispatch earlier today and also bringing us to us at Action 2 News at 4. But for those who missed it, how does this work?
So you would call into 911 like you normally do, and the dispatcher would then decide if maybe seeing and video chatting with you would help in a certain circumstance. So let's say you are lost in the woods. What they would do is, to your cell phone, they would send you a link where you have to click on it, and then you'd have to allow access into your camera and your locations. Once you hit allow there on the screen, and then a video should pop up and it should show through your camera what you are looking at, and then the dispatcher would be able to be like, okay, well, I see this monument here, or I see this type of thing here. I think I know where you are. I can send location, I can send services right to you.
Could the dispatcher also direct them, and let's say they're at the scene of a crash or a fire and they need more information, can they then continue to talk to the person and direct them where they want the camera to point?
Yep, they're talking to them via the phone call, yes. So you're still connected via the phone, but it's showing through your camera the video.
Okay.
So they can say, hey, can you turn to the right? Can you turn to the left? Because sometimes when you're in like such a tragic emergency environment, sometimes you aren't saying the right things or telling them all the information that you have. So by them being able to see what's going on, let's say there's a fire and somebody says, hey, I think, you know, the garage is on fire, but really it's even more than that. If you show that, they can be like, oh, I need to send even more fire departments there. This needs to be a MAVIS call.
And I would assume that if it's the person themselves that was maybe in an accident, or they ran off the road, or they hit a tree or whatever, and they needed help, the dispatcher could then say, well, turn around, let me see what kind of condition you are in.
Do you have a head injury? Let me see what your face kind of looks like if I need to send. Yeah, exactly. It can all be done.
All right, so that also leads to the possibility, dispatchers have always dealt with audio calls, and they haven't seen some of the scenes that might be kind of tough to watch. So what could the impact, or what is the effect on dispatchers? Are they worried about that at all?
So when I asked him that, and he said, you know, sometimes this industry has a lot of PTSD, because once you have those emergency traumatic phone calls, a lot of times if you don't know what exactly happened, your brain automatically goes to the worst possible scenario, right? He said this could help in a certain way where they could see maybe it's not as bad as they're imagining or thinking, but there's also a special place on this device where they would record the video as is, but they could hit a blur option on their side. The dispatchers can. Okay. So it
still records crystal clear.
While it would record for other emergency responders, fine. For them, it would hit blur so that they could kind of protect themselves from whatever they might be witnessing. Another thing, too, is that they could send this link to first responders, to police officers, to fire, so that they could see before they even get to the scene what they're looking at and call in even more emergency responders if they think they need it.
Very interesting technology, and among the first in the area to use this as of now?
Yep, and right now the basic level is free.
So why not use it?
Exactly.
All right, Brittany, thanks so much for